Hello everyone, another video. This one's about autodialers. So here we've got a conventional alarm system. This is using a battery, an alarm button and an alarm sounder. Super basic circuit, something we used to make in school. You push the alarm button and it allows power to go from the positive of the supply to the positive of the sounder. Okay, now if we want to incorporate a MEMCOM autodialer into this system, this is the way that I see a lot of people doing it, and that is where they take their 9 and 15, as shown here, and they wire those straight onto the alarm button. The problem with that is that you're now taking 12 volts and you're putting those 12 volts onto the MEMCOM. This is incorrect, as you can see there. What this will do is it'll allow voltage to flow from the battery to the autodialer and it will burn out those contacts. Okay, so here is a different way of doing it. Now this is really good if you haven't got access to the alarm button. You can basically parallel off the positive and the negative of the sounder and wire those onto 16 and 17 for the autodialer. You then select the service input as alarm option, and that means that when the alarm sounds, it will trigger the autodialer. You must have the positive and negative going to these terminals, otherwise it won't work. The major downside of doing it this way is that you're relying on the alarm system also working under loss of power. So that's just something to bear in mind. This is the most standard way people will fit an autodialer, and that is where they use the built-in relay option within the autodialer. And as you can see there, that's terminals 5 and 6. And what they do is they mimic the alarm button. So what we do is we disconnect the wires that are going to the alarm button currently, and we put those onto 5 and 6 of the autodialer, and this is the output relay. We then run new wires to the alarm button, either side of the alarm button, and we put those onto 9 and 15. And this means that we have no volts going to our autodialer. It means when you push the button, it activates the input 9 and 15. And that in turn allows 5 and 6 to connect together, mimicking an alarm system. And now we're going to talk about the best way to do it. And that is by not using any fancy things within the autodialer itself. It's just by using a second set of contacts on the back of the alarm button. A lot of alarm buttons support this, that have 2 sets of contacts, and that just means that the current alarm system stays exactly how it is, and we're using a completely free set of alarm contacts, and this allows us to use 2 fresh wires from 9 and 15, and most importantly it keeps them volt free. Therefore it doesn't damage the autodialer. It also means that you're individually using these systems. So it's not imperative that the autodialer works in order for the alarm to work, and it's not imperative that the alarm works in order for the autodialer to work. This is the safest option. And as you can see here, we have a standard push button that might be used for an alarm. It's a DMG. We have 2 sets of normally open contacts on the back here. Contact 1 with normally open 1, and it has a normally closed 2. And then we have contact 2 with normally open 2. This is a great example of where we could run our alarm system through C1 and NO1, but we could run our autodialer from C2 and NO2.